How do you show her you're there when you're not? If you're not, you're not. You can't show her that you are. Why does it take a year? Are you not a good Baal Hasbara? You are there and you can't convince her? Takes a year? It takes a year because first you have to convince yourself. But that's the goal. So if you're trying to make her happy, it's not going to work by just buying her stuff and giving her compliments. You got to bring yourself completely into her life so that she knows that you're there. That's why it takes a year, because you're not there yet either. When you get married younger, by the way, which I think would have been a good idea, people who get married younger don't have such a hard time allowing another person in their life, because they don't have such a fixed definition of themselves that is so disturbed by another person. And that's why it was so easy to get married when you're 15. When you're 15, you want to marry everybody. Now let's have a party.
Is that a problem?
What?
No, I'm saying that when it's done before you defined yourself, and then later, I'm saying eventually you're going to define yourself.
You define yourself with her, not without her. It works nice. Should a husband be involved in things that she doesn't, like the books she reads in the house, secular books, and the friends she's goes out with, if you feel that they are not appropriate? Number 2, because we are so different, how can I know if things are going well between us? Whether she's happy. And number 3, is there such a thing as being too Polish? And how can you balance? You don't want to be too Polish, and make sure she's getting the pleasure that she should get. Should you be involved in the things that she does? Yes. But what depends what you mean by involved. Should you take an interest? Absolutely. This is your wife. Should you become part of that activity? Not necessarily. But show an interest.
Should you be monitoring?
Monitoring?
Lack of a better word? So far.
Like a secret camera or something? You want to? No. No, you shouldn't be monitoring. You should trust her completely. You don't have to monitor anything. But there are things that she does that you don't want to do, but you have to show an interest because she does. If you're not interested, that's a dismissal. That's a rejection.
Facebook, like she likes going on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Ask her what's interesting.
One of those things that you don't do the shit because you're against it. Too bad.
Yep. Until she learns to be like you, you got to show an interest. You can't ignore. But you also don't have to become part of it. So she goes out with her friends. You want to go with her? But should you take an interest? How was it? What happened? Sure. If they're so different, how do you ever know if she's happy? You would have to be very insensitive, really out to lunch, to live with a person and not know if she's happy. And even if you have to ask her, there's something wrong. Usually if you have to ask her, you probably won't believe her what she tells you anyway. Are you happy? Yeah. No, really, are you sure? Yeah. I'm not convinced. So you're just asking for trouble. You know what? You should be able to tell without having to ask. Number 3. Oh, the question is like this, really. You see that she's not happy. Because you're not stupid. You can see. She's not happy. You're just not sure whether it's about you or some other problem. And you're hoping it's not you. So to find out what she's not happy about, that's number 3. Can you be too much Porush? It depends. If you're doing what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to do it, then it can't be too much. If it's a personal thing, you're Porush because of personal feelings, that could be too much. And that you have to get beyond that. To make sure that she's getting the pleasure she should get. That's one of the things you should not read books about. Because look at how dangerous this thing is. She should get the pleasure. Make sure that she's getting the pleasure that she should get. She should get what? She should get the pleasure that she's supposed to get. What kind of pleasure is she supposed to get? Nobody really knows. This is dangerous business. Somebody's going to determine how much pleasure she should get, and then you have to live up to that. This is bad news. The main question is she enjoying and getting pleasure from you? Not from the apartment, from the furniture, from the clothing. Is she getting pleasure from you? That's the only pleasure she should get. Everything else is negotiable.